Hello, everyone. Merry Christmas. Andrew here. I'm alone on Christmas. Many of you are too. Thankfully, most of us have access to broadband internet so we can, Skype or Teams or Zoom our families and friends or maybe call them. And so I've done a bit of that this morning. I'll do more later. Someone was asking me in the chat if I got anything good for Christmas. I'm sure I do. Here are my presents. I've not opened them yet, so I'll be Zooming or something with my sister later, maybe today or this weekend, and we'll open our presents together. I also, let me put this away, get uncomfortably close to the camera. I also bought myself a present and wrapped it. So I know exactly what this is. This is going to be, this is food. It's a fruitcake. I've never had fruitcake, but everyone makes fun of fruitcake for being gross. So I bought a fruitcake, and I'm going to eat a fruitcake. I like fruit. I like cake. How bad could this be? So I'm going to shoot a video later, today or this weekend, and Andrew eats a fruitcake video. So I know what this one is. Audio is good, sounds good. Oh, good. Because this setup here was extraordinarily difficult to do. Let me see if you can see anything. See this? This is my fridge right here. The fridge usually goes right here. I had to move the entire fridge out into my living room a bit because my kitchen is so damn small. I originally had the camera over here, but I couldn't get back far enough so that you could have, I'd either be like this the entire time or you wouldn't be able to see what the heck I was doing. So I basically moved my fridge out of my kitchen, pulled my dining/living room table over here, and I'm running this on my work laptop with my web camera sitting on a monitor that's not even plugged in. So this is a really crap setup, but it's working. So normally in the before times, one of my family's Christmas traditions, I also need to clean behind the fridge. It's not horrible, but yeah, I need to clean the baseboard and just sweep under the fridge. Ooh. Huh. Yeah. Supplements. I guess I dropped supplements at some point and got them under the fridge. So one of my family's Christmas routines or traditions is Christmas morning breakfast, which is typically French toast. Why? French toast is good. It's really not more complicated than that. So I've got my skillet here. My sister actually bought this was a Christmas present for my sister years ago. So I use it now and then. So let's, because I'm sure there's nothing more entertaining than watching a stranger on the internet eat food. But, no need to be alone on Christmas when we can be alone together. So, let's see. Normally, I would want to get something a bit more interesting than I think this is just regular white bread. But it's nice, thick slices, which to me is the most important part of buying bread for French toast, is getting the real thick slice. It's actually French toast bread. But I think more than the type of bread, it's the slices. So this was the only thick sliced bread I could find, so that's why I got that one. All right, where did I need a bowl? I think my glass bowl is, yeah, I'm making a special dinner tonight. Meatloaf and mashed potatoes and vegetables, and my potatoes are in this bowl, so I have to go find another one. I think I've got another one. Yeah. So it's been sitting under there a little while, just washing it out a bit. All right, so what kind of batter do we want? Let's see. I want to catch up with the chat, see what you all cool people are doing. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Midnight Blue Art. Powdered sugar. I don't think I have any confectionery sugar. Got regular sugar. I've got cane sugar. Is this good? Yeah, that should be fine. Well, eggs is definitely something we need. I'm going to ruin this great shirt. Well, I mean, I've got several others just like it. So, Cooking with Andrew, Christmas edition. Yeah. Lou, hi, Lou. Says, I like fruitcake, but I'm weird. I also like British Christmas pudding and, pudding. And that's seriously dense fruit affair. That sounds good. Oh, hey, it's the FBI. It's been a while since you visited me, FBI. True story. I've actually been visited by I got my door knocked by the FBI. Someone, I think it was a matter of somebody saw me outside looking mean. I'm such a personable, happy-looking guy. I don't know what the problem could be. Locked doors and windows, elderly man in a bread suit. Yeah, I've heard that. Meatloaf sounds like it. That is, well, I mean, meat and potatoes. It is carb heavy, but oh, it's yum. Normally, I go for scallop potatoes, but I thought I'd try. I usually do scallop potatoes, but I was like, let's try like some garlic mashed potatoes or something. Just mix it up a little bit. All the carbs. Yeah, I'm gonna have to work out this weekend because I'll be honest, I did not work out yesterday, and I'm not gonna work out today. So I'll have to make up for it the weekend. Okay, so I need eggs. Here's some eggs. I need more eggs. I am actually kind of trapped in my kitchen. There's like a very narrow space that I can sidle past to actually get out into the rest of the house. So, let's see how 6 looks. Blob. This isn't the best mixing bowl, but work with what you got. And yeah, 6 is good. I mean, it is just me after all. All right. Whoops. goes the fork in the bowl. All right, need some milk. Let's see. Probably shouldn't totally eyeball this. Whatever. Where to put it? Where to put it? There we go. Sugar. What else do we want? Vanilla. That's peppermint. That would be gross, I think. Today. Unsubbed. First units. Actually missed that. What are we talking about? People transporting could putting it. Oh, okay. So, teaspoon. Let's see. That is a tablespoon. I think we need that much. There we go. Try not to screw this up. All right. An idea. Let's see. This will be interesting. Yeah. Oop, too much. OJ. All right. Good. Should be good. Yep. I think that'll be good. Oops. I slopped. I slopped over here too. All right, let's see. Yeah, should be good. All right. How you doing, chat? Having a fun Christmas? I have a heart of steel. Yeah. Ah, thank you. Oh, cinnamon. That's a good idea. I think I'll, well, yeah, sure. A little bit of a clumping thing going on here with the cinnamon, but that's okay. We'll work through that. Now, I can do this because I'm the only one here. If you were actually feeding the family, don't do that. It's gross. But when you're by yourself, eh. There we go. Cinnamon, good idea. Thank you. All right. Let's see. These are apple Chardonnay chicken sausages. A little sweet and savory stuff going there. Wrap that up better later. I am extraordinarily tired. I did not sleep very well last night for whatever reason. Although I did go out and I looked at another Christmas thing that I quite like doing, usually with other people, but you know, when you're by yourself, you make do. Is going out to look at Christmas lights, various Christmas lights displays, and saw some really good ones in the neighborhood, so that was fun. I wasn't out super late. Most people turn their damn displays off after a while, so I wasn't like up super late doing that. Do I have a better spatula than this one? Probably not. Well, I'm going to pinch this. Chris make some toast to the French. Was Brian out of here? All right. I wish I had a bigger kitchen. It is really hard to cook in here. I don't have any counter space. It is so small in here. But, you know, you work with what you got. Yes, I washed my hands. Well, it smells really good, I'll give it that. Yeah, fried bananas. Michael, I'm pretty salty right now knowing I'm not the one eating his masterpiece. I never added it to the French toast batter. I did add milk to that. No, I did add milk. Milk is in there. Have I tried banana fritters? I don't think so. I mean, you think I would have at some point, but I don't recall doing so. I have 80% more cabinet space than you, even though you live in a house. Okay, well. Honey? Ew. You don't like, who doesn't like honey? Yeah, I am making this up as I go along. So, you know, not everything will be perfect. But it's fun. Yes, these look good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This smells really good. Whoop! Didn't drop it. So since I saw a few people wondering about fried bananas, this is how it turns out. So, you know, it caramelizes a little bit. And it's really good. It's what it does for me anyway is it's kind of like a fruit compote that you might put on French toast or waffles or pancakes or something. These are chicken sausage, in case I forgot to mention it. They are in apple Chardonnay. Usually I usually have like kind of an omelet type thing for breakfast, and I like chicken sausage. A lot of time what I go for is a spicier chicken sausage. But I figured, you know, with French toast, the apple Chardonnay would be the better bet. Oh, don't stick. Almost done. Looking good. Got plenty left. There we go. Boy, honestly, I slept like garbage last night. Don't like it. That's at least two people in here who don't like honey. I mean, it's essentially sugar. It's liquid sugar. How do you not like honey? Although, isn't that always kind of a weird and even annoyingly frustrating question when someone asks you, how can you not like this thing? It's like, I just don't. How can you not like peas or chicken pot pie? It's like, I just don't. So, all right. Bum. This is new, yeah. Doop, doop, doop. All right. Moment of truth. Oh. Don't fall. Again, no counter space on balancing stuff on the range on the stovetop. Just maple syrup. All right. Let's see how this turns out. Mm. That's really good. I don't have French toast often. I should, well, yeah, I don't think I think the last time I actually bothered having French toast was probably the last Christmas. But, I mean, maybe not the healthiest breakfast you could ever have, but, hot. Sure is tasty. If you've never tried fried bananas as kind of a compote complement to French toast, it's really good. It gives it bananas hold heat really well. So you have this really warm, it's going to sound gross the way I say it, but this really warm mash that just coats your mouth when you chew it. It's that sounds disgusting, but it's really, really good. And all it is just honey and cinnamon. So I should do a Let's Play of America's Test Kitchen on the DS. Huh. Mikhail, I hear Chardonnay and I think fancy. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a I mean, it's savory. It's a sausage, but it just has this this sweet tinge to it that I think complements a very sugary breakfast very well. It's liquid sugar, but it tastes like honey. I don't like the. It's like I can taste the bees in this honey. I've already eaten, says Lou, but this is making me hungry again. Did the OJ change the flavor? A little bit. Gives it kind of a tanginess. I only put like 2 tablespoons in, but yeah, I think the orange juice actually worked. I'd have to. I mean, I was eyeballing pretty much everything, but I would have to really buckle down and experiment to get, if I wanted to write a recipe for it. But, I was just making it up as I go along. Hell, I had someone in the chat not mentioned it, I probably would have completely forgot cinnamon. Or I mean, you forget. You just dump it in there, mix it up, and add it later. No big deal. chicken sausage is not a common food item in the UK. Is that so? I don't know that. Would it have still been good had I forgotten the cinnamon? I think so, yeah. Of course, had I been using like a cinnamon raisin bread or something like that, I probably would have foregone cinnamon in the batter because that's overkill. Or it seems to me anyway, but yeah, it definitely tastes the cinnamon, and cinnamon is good. You know, I probably would have, if I had completely forgotten cinnamon, I probably would have, you know, tasted the toast and been like, this could use some cinnamon. But I've got plenty of batter left, so that's not a problem. Yeah. Again, for me anyway, the most important part of choosing bread is getting the thick ones, the thick cut bread. What kind it is to me is secondary to thick cut bread because, again, for me, you know, your mileage may vary. The typical really thin sliced bread just does not work for French toast. And you might think something like, well, what about something typically thicker and more robust like a sourdough? I've tried that before. It's interesting, but didn't really work. The bread usually will pull off the crust, which gets pretty crispy. I mean, it doesn't taste bad. I think the texture is just wrong though. Cole's Corner. Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you very much. Glad you enjoy my my sense of humor. Because not everybody does, and that's completely understandable because I do have a particularly unique one. Mashu says cinnamon raisin bread sounds delish for French toast. It is. I've had it before. Of course I really like cinnamon raisin anything. Like I have oats for breakfast a lot. You can probably see a bag of them sitting right there, I think. And a lot of times, if I have them, I'll just now I always put cinnamon in my oats, but if I have raisins, I'll dump them in there too. And it works really well because the way I cook oats is on the stovetop in this. So put like a cup of oats, 2 cups of water in there, and then mix in cinnamon, and you know you're good. But if you pop in raisins like that, I suppose it. I mean, probably the type of raisins matters. Like maybe the little red box raisinette raisins wouldn't work so well. But if you have some good quality raisins, you put those in there, they expand and plump up, and they become just really thick and juicy. Oh, so good. So if you've never tried it and you cook stovetop, I don't know how that would work in like if you made oats via the microwave or something, and rolled oats, not quick oats. Try just for a cut, a quarter cup of raisins. Really, really good. Well, Lou says the camera setup is really good for a cooking show. Thanks, because I spent like 40 minutes trying to figure out how to, because I felt pretty much the important thing was to have the countertop with the skillet and my face in frame, at least most of the time. Sometimes I have to wander off camera to search the cabinets for something. But for those of you who came in a little bit later, I had to, here's a refrigerator door. This refrigerator, which is right here, was right here. So I was originally, so I dragged my dining room table. My kitchen is super narrow. So I put the table there and shot into the kitchen, but because the refrigerator was in the way, could not see anything on the counter because big ass fridge in the way. So I tried moving the camera setup, which is my laptop with my web camera plugged in, which is sitting on top of a monitor to get enough height. Now, what I had tried was putting the camera over against that wall and shooting this way, but I couldn't get it back far enough to get both the skillet and my face in shot. So I tried, I had the monitor sitting on the counter and I kept putting books under it, which you can see I had all of these. So I stacked it. So I was raising it up and up and up, and just didn't work. It was too close. So I was like, okay. So I moved the refrigerator out of my kitchen. And now I have the table there, and I barely have any room to actually get out of my kitchen. But lighting isn't great. I had to close all the blind. I have a window over there, and I have a window there, and I'm just using the kitchen's overhead lighting, which I have a top light and it's shadowing my face, but from what I could see from the previews, I was just getting completely blown out with the natural light from the windows. And I was too lazy to, because I have other lights that I use for my typical videos, but the cords are only like 6 feet, so I'd have to, I don't know where the hell I would put them. And it's hot enough in here. Yeah, I mean, where would I put them? I'd have to like maybe dangle them off of the cabinetry. That might work, but they'd be super close, and that would probably overexpose too. So, but this is working all right. So I hope y'all are having a fun Christmas day. Got a chance to at least, I know depending on where in the world you are, visiting people's out of the question, but hope you can, call them on the phone or do little Zoom meetings or something. Is it the same? Nah, but something. I noticed the whey protein on the counter. Have you ever supplement with nootropics? I've heard of that. I'm talking about this tub of protein powder, which, if you're curious, I always drink in shake form. Real simple. Banana, half an avocado. That's the secret. Ice, and I use almond milk. And then blender it together, and then scoop the protein powder into it, and there you go. For anyone just getting into protein shakes, do not put the protein powder in the blender. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. That will not end well. It will be thick and clumpy, and it will take a while to clean. So make your shake, then add the protein to it. Do not put the protein in the blender. Do not make the same mistake I have made. But what was it? New trop. I've heard of it. I'm pretty sure I have not tried it. Thick books for thick French toast. Yeah. You expect cooking with Andrew New Year's edition? Okay. New Year's cooking show would be great. Well, I'll consider it. This setup is a pain in the ass, but I'll consider it. I think, let's see if I can think of something to make. Because the nice thing about French toast is it's, because I was just thinking of the dinner I'm making tonight. I already have all the prep done. So for meatloaf, you get a bunch of ground beef, and then you throw a bunch of crap in the ground beef. I use eggs. It's very important to put eggs in your meatloaf because if you don't, you will end up with meatloaf soup, and you will have to eat it with a spoon because it will not hold together. I've done that before. I forgot to put the eggs in the meatloaf. It was still tasty, but it did not hold together, and I had to eat it in a bowl with a spoon. But the problem with something like meatloaf is I could do the entire prep, but actually cooking it is put it into the oven for an hour, hour and a half, depending on how many pounds of meat you got. If you only got 1 pound, it's probably an hour or so. If you got 3 pounds, you're looking at probably an hour and a quarter, hour and a half, maybe. Probably not quite 90 minutes, maybe 70, 80. Also depends on if you're cooking something in the oven with it. Like if you were making scalloped potatoes, I don't actually have an oven-safe dish that I can make scalloped potatoes in, which is one of the reasons I'm doing garlic mashed potatoes, because I can do that on stovetop, which is super easy. Just parboil peel potatoes, quarter them or something, parboil them for 20 minutes, mash them, garlic, butter, milk, some salt, some pepper. There you go. But if you were cooking who cares actually? But where I was going with that is if you're cooking, you have to adjust the temperature to if you're cooking both the meatloaf and the scalloped potatoes at the same time. You have to adjust the temperature and the timing. So a little easier to do one thing in one place at a time. Show us how you make your dinner. Tyrone, hello. Happy holidays. Suzanne's like, Andrew, guys, this is a one-time thing. Yeah, I didn't have plans to repeat this, but I don't know if I think of something similar to do for New Year's, I'll do it. That's fine. I'm happy to give you fine folks a short reprieve from whatever might be going on in your lives. I mean, if hanging out with me for an hour or so is entertaining, I'm happy to oblige. That's fun for me too. Rotten Tanuki, haven't seen you in a while. Merry Christmas to you too. So I think I shall make some more because that was really good. And also it's, hey, a dime. There's actually, I have a, I have a coffee can, big Folgers. Is it Folgers? Does it matter? I don't know. Big coffee can full of change. So whenever I usually use a credit card, but sometimes I'll find money on the ground, and or sometimes I'll go to 7-Eleven and buy a bag of ice with actual monies. So when I have loose change that are not quarters, because those are used for the laundry machine, I put them in the change can. The change can sits on top of my refrigerator. Did I remember when I moved the refrigerator out of the kitchen and onto the carpet of my living room that the gigantic change can was sitting on top of the refrigerator? No, I did not. No, I did not. So now I've got a crap ton of change on the kitchen floor. Nice. Dented the can too. Because because it was full pretty much to the brim. But it's okay. I can pick that up. I just felt, because I moved the fridge and crashed, I'm like, son of a gun, Andrew. You know better than that. Andrew, what are you doing? Well, I had honey on here, so it gets a little sticky, so. All right. Round 2. Eat. See how quickly that heats up. Not quite. For anyone who doesn't know what the hell I'm doing there, one way to check a skillet to see if it's hot is to just put your hand on it, but that hurts. So another way to do it is just to flick a little bit of water on it, and if the water pops and dances, then the surface is properly heated. And it's fun because the water, pops and stuff. Oh, smoked. It's smoked apple Chardonnay chicken sausage. Okay. Well, whatever it is, it's tasty. Aw, and Crystal wishes me a Merry Christmas. Well, Merry Christmas to you too. Etality. That's pretty good. I like that. Sometimes you even find money on your kitchen floor. When you drop it there, yeah. Is it better or worse than cleaning the Christmas tree needles off the floor? Oh, another thing I did is when I have, hang on. There we go. That's what we like to see. So I will tell you about the pine needles. I just have to remember to do it. But let's get cooking. Blop. Pine needles. We'll remember the pine needles. Enough. Also, when soaking the bread in the another nice thing about thick bread is it doesn't tear as easily, because when you soak up the batter, the bread gets heavy, and when you pick it up, it's easy to like put your thumb or a finger through it, and then it falls apart. So try to don't grab it just by a corner. Try to get as much surface area as you can. All right. Okay, pine needles. So I have a Christmas tree. It's a little 2-foot fiber optic Christmas tree. It was sitting on this table where the setup is. Now, when I dragged my table across the living room, did I think, this thing isn't terribly stable. Should I put it on the floor first? No. No, I did not think to do that. Did the entire thing fall off my table and along with most of the ornaments? Yes. Yes, they did. So, but luckily nobody saw that. So no need to be embarrassed about it, even though I just, told y'all. Where is my... Here we go. This is coconut oil, in case you were wondering what that is. That is for the chicken sausage. That was like exactly the right amount. Wow. Almost like I know what I'm doing. It's funny. I don't like coconut, like actual shredded coconut. I love, candy and cookies and cake, and I love all that. I don't eat much of it, but I do like that stuff. I've got a sweet tooth. I mean, I'm making French toast. But, I don't, you put coconut on something, and I'm probably not going to enjoy it anymore. It's really, it's more the texture of shredded coconut. I like the smell of coconut. Using coconut extract works fine for me. I like the flavor of coconut. I use coconut oil in a lot of my cooking. But yeah, shredded coconut, it's like eating grass. I don't like it. This one is too small. Yep, here it is. This is mesquite honey, in case anyone wanted to know what kind of honey it is. I like Trader Joe's because it has several different kinds of honey to try. The mesquite is one of my favorites. I mean, if I was lazy, I could just do this, but, then I have caramelized honey all over my skillet, and it takes a little bit longer to clean. I mean, I got to clean it anyway, but still. it's the same thing with cinnamon. You could just but try to keep it to where you're going to use it. You try. And the apple Chardonnay, smoked apple Chardonnay, whatever the hell this is called, actually does have little itty bits of apple in it. It's really good. Yep, come here. There we go. Also, it's probably obvious to most everyone, but keep your food to the center of your cooking surface as much as you can, because that's generally where the heat is. Also, be careful with plastics and rubber on the heated surfaces. This is only medium heats, and I'm not holding this on there, so it shouldn't, melt or warp. But probably better to use the wood one. Or a fork. Just be careful not to gouge the surface. He says, as if he knows what the hell he's doing. He does not. I mean, honestly, are you going to take cooking advice from someone who drops an entire can of change on the floor along with a Christmas tree? Maybe not the best choice you could make. Like, cooking advice from Andrew? I don't know. He didn't take the change can off the fridge before moving it, and now it's all over the floor, along with his tree ornaments. Yeah, unsmoked apple Chardonnays for plebes. Chibi tree. Yeah, it is. It's a fiber optic tree, so you can most of the ornaments fell off of it, but if you can see it, okay, yeah, you can see the fiber optic lines out of here. So it's really attractive at night when you turn on all the lights, turn off all the lights, and turn that on. It's got a light bulb with a color wheel made out of colored cellophane or plastic or something that rotates in front of the light that shines up through the optic lines. So it constantly changes color. It's really, really attractive. And, if you live in a studio apartment or a one bedroom like this one, a little 2-foot fiber optic tree works, really well for the space I have. Well, that was clumsy. Go. Now, getting the bananas are very gushy, so you have to use a very thin spatula to get under them without crushing them. So using a smaller rubber one like this one is better than using a big honking thick bamboo one. I mean, they taste the same, but it's better if you don't crush them to death. Got it. Banana saved. Banana down, but banana saved. Looks good. Looks good. Also, be light with your touch. Try not to burn yourself. Whoop, wrong direction. When you're done cooking, turn off the damn burner. Seriously, try to get into that habit that when you're done cooking, you turn off the skillet or the stovetop or the oven. Because I'll admit, like the change can, like the tree, I've come back into the and this is a gas unit. I've come back into here and it's like, oh no, off. How long has that been on? Like 8 hours? So. Beautiful. All right. Now, cooking is all about experimentation. Sometimes you have an idea and it works gangbusters. Sometimes you have an idea and it doesn't work gangbusters. It doesn't work at all. And you are really embarrassed that you ever thought to try it. And the only thing to do then is kill all witnesses and, try better next time. Now, normally, I would, goodness. Normally, I'd eat this with a knife and fork. Cut pieces off like that, but difficult to do when you're balancing it on your knee. I'm not going to, okay. The whole thing would be on the floor with my tree ornaments and with all the loose change. Now, I'm happy to pick up the loose change and the ornaments and later put the change back in the can, put the ornaments back on the tree, but I slop all this on the floor and, if I wasn't streaming this, maybe. It depends on where on the floor. I cleaned yesterday, so this floor you could eat off of. It's a clean floor. Not the spot where the fridge was. This spot right here, no. Don't eat off that. No. That's no good at all. You're getting palpitations from the open cupboard door? I must have closed it. Think it's going to hit my head on it? Yeah. Hey, Brian. I think things are going well. I'm on round 2 here. And, I could have stood to make a 4-egg batch. But, I might... I've still got a decent amount of bread left. So that's probably enough to use up the remaining batter. So I might just cook up the rest of that and then freeze it. So We'll see. Waste not, want not. This. Oh, come on, stubborn crust. There we go. This chair I'm sitting on. It's not in the kitchen normally. It's one of the dining room table chairs. It's what the whole setup is sitting on. But glad I decided to drag the chair in here. Would be nice if I had a like a tray table or something, but I do not. Of course, the only time it would be useful would be for now and pretty much no other time. Fried bananas. Super good. Lou says, I learned my lesson after melting a plastic colander on the stove. Yeah. The thing about colanders is they fit so nicely into cooking pots. So so a lot of time, let me guess what happened. You're making pasta and you're boiling your noodles or rotini or whatever it is, and it's cooked. Take it over to the sink, you drain it in the colander, you put the pot back on the stovetop, you drain the noodles, and then you take the entire colander and you just plop it in the pot. And you forget to turn the burner off. And then you scoop some out, you pour your sauce on it, you go have dinner, you come back, and your colander is half melted into the pot because you forgot to turn the damn burner off. That may not be your exact experience, but I've been there too. Remember to turn the damn burner off. Chaos, hello. Happy holidays. And Cute Haruna, hello. Happy holiday to you too. Hope you're all having a good one. Unfortunately, my PC, which is my work PC, but I'm still streaming from it. It's way over there. So this is my work laptop that I'm streaming on, and it's smaller. So, and I don't have this laptop model does not have a port for an external monitor. So, which is why I'm doing this a lot, because it's a fairly small screen, and reading I have to get up a little closer to read the chat. So, it was it is. I thought about grabbing one of my tablets and just running the chat on there. But we have a security thing on all of our tablets that prevent them from accessing the internet and using any apps other than the ones the company I work for, want you to use, because the tablets are for our employees to use for our business. We don't want them browsing Amazon or streaming videos of cute kitties or whatever the hell they might want to do. I can break out of that, but it's a pain in the ass, so I just didn't bother. It's Christmas. I'm lazy. I did turn this off, right? Yep. Just checking. Now, as far as cleanup goes, no one likes cleanup. But thankfully, cleanup requires soaking. So what you do is you put all your dishes in the sink and you fill it with soapy water and you let it soak. Now, does that actually do anything? Yes. Is it just an excuse to Do the dishes later? No. Soaking is very important. Got it. Can't wash them right now. Got to soak them. Of course, if I leave this forever, I might have to. Might have to soak it, but there's a lot of electronic components in there. You don't want to soak the skillet. My sister, I think last Christmas, bought me a fun little toy. A little mini waffle maker. Isn't it cute? You can make one waffle, one mini waffle. It's really actually kind of fun to use. It's a self-contained thing though, so it's got all the electrical components in it, which does make it a little difficult to clean. You have to make sure that you clean up after breakfast because you don't want to soak this thing. It's not going to work anymore. But chibi waffle maker, yeah, I love this thing. This thing's hilarious. I mean, when you don't have a ton of, I mean, this is a great skillet, but as you can see, it is wider by about 3 inches than my entire available counter space. It's hanging off the counter by about 2.5 inches, and on this side, not counting the heating element, it's sticking over my stovetop by about 1 inch or so. So yeah. One moment, please. I must blow my nose. And hiccup. Oh! I lied. I do have another Christmas present to show off. For those of you who got in late, where did I put them? Close up of my shirt. Here are my Christmas presents. I've not opened them yet. These are from my sister, so I'll open these. We'll probably Zoom or Skype or whatever, and I'll open these, and she'll open what I sent her. So I'll look for it. Yeah, and we'll record it, and I'll post it at another time. I bought this for myself. I bought this for myself. This I'll just spoil. This is a fruitcake because I've never had a fruitcake, but it's one of the quintessential annoying Christmas gifts. Like this is I don't know what to get people. Just get them a fruitcake. Oh God, another damn fruitcake. I like fruit. I like cake. I mean, if you name something fruit cake and I don't like it, something has gone very, very wrong. But so I thought I'd do a Andrew Eats episode for fruitcake, and then I thought I'd wrap it up to have something to put under my fiber optic Christmas tree. But I forgot someone did send me something for Christmas. I mean, maybe not necessarily for Christmas, but it's that time of the year. So let me show that off. Try to guess in the chat what it is. You're probably not going to guess. Okay. So the other Christmas present I got so far this year is this. This is underwear. This is ladies' underwear. This is not my size, nor is it my color. I'm sure that this is very, very comfy, but I don't think my wide posterior is fitting in these. Yes, I do know who this is from. And yes, she is a goofball. So I like to think that she sent me this to, she's not saying anything, I don't think. Either that or she's not dealing with a pandemic and social isolation very well. I think she's like, you can add to your collection because I do have a modest collection of ladies' under things. I have a garter that I got at a wedding because that's a thing that you do. And I got it, so yay. But again, it's not very big. I think I think it would break if I actually tried to put that around my thigh. You know, sometimes you buy a TV series on DVD or Blu-ray, and it comes with like a T-shirt with the show's name on it. Well, this particular show came with underwear. White cotton ladies' underwear. And has the name of the show, Najika Blitz Tactics, on it. Yes, it's an anime. Of course it is. I've never opened this. It's actually starting to yellow. I've had this for a long time. I'm assuming this wouldn't fit either. Besides, I'm a boxer briefs kind of guy, and I insist on black. So there are all of my Christmas gifts, I think. I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, one of my viewers sent me a couple bucks via PayPal, which is very, very nice. Thank you very much. It's not really, I guess I can't really show the receipt, but I don't know. Lou says, I have a dishwasher, but I still soak dishes. Dundee cake. I'm not familiar with what that is. Chaos says, hopefully not another sex toy. I still have the sex toy. I was, for those of you who don't know, someone now, I know who gave me these. These, it's a pair, but it's one. I know who those are from. The sex toy, I have no idea who sent that to me. That arrived anonymously. No one's fessed up. I was on a Zoom call with a friend of mine who I haven't seen in years. She had she did a little meetup Zoom thing. She lives up in Seattle, and she organized a Zoom meetup thing and invited me because for some reason she thinks I'm mildly cool. And we were the only ones there for a bit. And oh no, in a previous Zoom meeting, just her and I just catching up, she spotted the toy on my shelf, which you can see in the background of my podcast and stuff. She's like, what is that? And I showed her. And of course, so she had me show it off at the Zoom meetup, which was only like 4 or 5 people. But so she's like, Andrew, you got to show off your toy. All right. I was talking to her afterward, and she was a little disappointed that only 4 other than me, 4 people showed up. And I said, well, name the next Zoom meeting sex toy show and tell. See how many people show up to it. And she says, that's a really good idea. So I don't know if it is a really good idea, but I thought it was funny. So Yep. A lot of people in the chat were guessing sex toys. Yeah, fairly close. Yeah, Brad says, I'm uncomfortable with how close my guess was to being correct. Dundee cake has almonds on top. Warren, hello. Merry Christmas to you too. Is that a huge container of whey protein? Yeah. Cute Haruna, yes. This is a 5-pound tub of whey protein. Yes, it is. Why that specific brand? MRM, I think, is probably my favorite, but it's like ludicrously expensive, or at least it was the last time I looked at it. The price fluctuations of whey protein inspires me to shop around a lot. So this one is pretty good. Not the best I've had, but it's, you know, the texture and consistency is fine. The flavor's good. It's got a decent grammage of protein per serving. So I'm happy with it. And it's not like $90 for a 5-pound tub. So, you know, it's only, I think I paid like 35 to 40. So, because man, protein can be expensive, but yeah, that's why Body Fortress is this one. That's why I specifically have this one, because it was the one I could get at what I consider a decent price. So, doop doop doop. Yeah, Lou got unmoderate that. Hey, if you want to see your sex toy, then they can subscribe to the. Okay, yeah, if they want to see your sex toy, they can subscribe to the channel like everyone else. What do I recommend the protein with? I do a fruit shake, specifically banana, and pardon me. So the way I do it is my shake is one banana, you know, decent size. You can't really see them; they're over there under a hot pad, because I just kept moving stuff. So a decent sized banana, put in the blender. Half of an avocado, put in the blender. Ice, almond milk. Doesn't have to be that, but that's what I use. Blend it together to make a banana smoothie. Seriously, the avocado is important. Put that in there. It really makes all the distance. It gives it a really creamy, smooth texture. It's kind of like adding ice cream to it. It gives it that creamy, smooth texture, except without adding ice cream to it. So half avocado, banana, ice, almond milk, blend it together. You got yourself a fruit shake. Then add protein to it, and there you go. That's what I do. Of course, in a pinch, you can just add it to water, shake it up, and drink it. That works too. Not very fun, but you know, you could do that. I wouldn't want to, but you could. Oh, why are the underwears all sticky? Syrup on my hands. Honest. Not sure if that's any better, Andrew. Not sure if that's any better. Drake Williamson, hello, asks, what kind of workouts am I doing at home? I have, for nearly the entire duration of the pandemic, been trying to secure, because I don't go to the gym anymore, I've been trying to source some heavy weights. No luck. They're either not sold anywhere, or if they are, like a single 45-pound plate is over $200. It is. I'm not paying that much. It's absurd. Typically, you don't want to pay any more than $1 a pound. So if you can, a single 45-pound plate shouldn't be any more than $50. But weights right now are just really hard to come by. So since I'm not going to gyms, obviously, and the best I've got here at home are like 15-pound dumbbells is the heaviest thing I have. My workouts are relegated to cardio and body weight exercises. Although I do have a weight vest and I have ankle weights and wrist weights, and I use those. So that helps. But I've dropped about 10 pounds over the last 9 months because I'm not lifting anymore. I mean, I'm still in shape. I'm still decently strong, I think. But yeah, I've lost a bit of muscle mass over the months because I'm just not lifting heavy because I don't have super heavy weights to lift. I can only strap on so much weight. I only have so much. But battery's running low. How low is it running? Ooh, hang on. Let's try not to trip over this. Okay. Doing all right. There we go. Okay. There we are. And we are plugged in. Good. Now let's see. So what I do is I normally it depends on the day. I alternate it a bit, but typically I start and end with a weighted run. I have a couple different routes I take. So I'll strap on a weight vest and wrist weights and such, and run about a mile. Maybe I've never actually got my car and checked how far it is. I don't really know. It's probably about a mile. So I do like a mile for a warm up, and then I do a variety of floor exercises and such when I get back. Push-ups, squats, lunges, pull-ups, arm curls, that kind of thing. Abdominal stuff, it's not Russian twist is that one. What is this? Bicycle. That kind of stuff. And then I go back out for another calf raises. I have some stairs outside that I can do calf raises on. And then another mile run to cool down. And that's typically what I do. Sometimes I will do a thing where I just pick a dozen exercises, 10 to 12 exercises, and then just to mix it up, I'll start an interval timer and do each exercise for 1 minute, and you just have this huge superset of exercises, like 10 to 12. And just 1 minute on this one, 1 minute on this one, and just go through all of them, and then do that 2 or 3 times. Sometimes there's a really, really obnoxiously steep set of stairs about a mile down the street that way that goes up to a college. Sometimes I'll just run down there and I'll run up and down the stairs, do like 10 reps. It is a lot of stairs. It's not. It's got several different sections of steps. It's got 4 major sections of steps, and each section is just this really like maybe 50 feet of really steep concrete. So it's actually really hard to run across. It is killer on the quads and the bum. So those are generally the type of workouts I do. Cardio, mostly body weight, supplemented with what weights I have. You know, weight vest, ankle weights, wrist weights, things like that. It's not. It's what I got. You make do with. It's really good. You make do with what you have available to you. Lou says, Google is telling me that Mary, Queen of Scots, did not like glazed cherries in her fruitcake, so Dundee cake was invented for her. Huh. Drake says calisthenics seems like the best thing to do in quarantine. Yeah. I tell you, I try to always incorporate at least one super anaerobic exercise, like jump lunges, or burpees, or any of those ones that I just utterly hate because I'm lazy and I don't want to do them. Like, it hurts and I'm breathing hard and I'm sweating and I don't like it. You know, nice thing about arm curls or chest press or any of those really is they make your muscles sore, but they generally don't wind you. You know, you rarely will come off of arm curls going, you know, like you would with jump lunges for a minute, or split squats or one of those. I hate doing that so much, but you know, it's anaerobic exercise. It's important to keep up. Blah blah blah. I look like a beefcake in the Old Spice video. Well, thank you. Yeah, that was I'm by nature just incredibly body shy. I mean, I'm okay looking, I think. Not perfect. I've never been able to, trim up my midsection quite the way I would like, no matter how hard I work. Really frustrating. Seems to be a genetic thing, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. Or maybe I just have to, it's like, all right, you want like a super lean midsection, then you're going to have to just work out 8 hours a day every day. It's like, I don't have time for that. I'm not going to do much more than 2 hours in a day. I'm just not. I don't want to. I got video games to play. So, but, you do what you can. I gave gamers a good name, given that I don't have a plethora of dumbbells. Yeah, I only, again, best I've got is 15s. Now, I typically do, when I'm doing arm curls, generally I do like 4 sets of 30. I usually superset it with something else, like a minute plank or something. just to give the arms a, keep them active, keep the energy up, but give the arms a little bit of a rest. But 4 sets of 30 is generally what I do with the 15th. Back when I was in the gym, I was using much heavier dumbbells. I of course did much lower reps, 10 to 12. So, or even less, depending on how heavy you're going. Like if I'm curling 55s or something, I'm probably not doing much more than 6, maybe 8 on a really good day. And 9-10 months later, could I even curl 55 now? Without doing one of doing one of those. I have no idea. It'll be interesting to see just how much strength raw strength I've lost over the last 9-10 months. So like get on the bench press, just throw on a pair of 45s. It's like, no, I can't do it anymore. But it's a 90. How much is a bar? Is it 45? So 135 would be just one plate. Yeah. Those are like push-ups. But it's interesting. If you've never done a bench chest press where you lie flat on a bench and you have the bar, pretend I'm horizontal, and you have the bar with the weights on either side, and you press straight up, those. What's interesting is the first time you do them, you want to do it with just the bar, which is typically 45 pounds. And it's not the weight. If you can do a push-up, you can probably press one plate. Maybe with a spotter. But what's interesting is the very first time you ever grab a bench press bar, you're going to do this. It just moves all over the place because while you have the chest strength to press that weight up, what you probably don't have is all of the smaller connecting muscles that stabilize the weight in front of you, so you're not doing this. That was wild. The very first time I ever tried a bench press, because I'm like, what? This is only 45 pounds. Why can't I hold it still? It's like because I wasn't used to it. I didn't have all the smaller stabilizer muscles developed to hold that sucker in place. Ow! To hold that sucker in place, and because you want to keep it in the same spot, not some people you'll see almost kind of a rowing motion, like they'll push up from their chest and then hold it in front of their face and then bring it down, and it's almost like they're almost doing a skull crushers a tricep workout, because they're not under it, they're like leaning their arms back instead of bringing it back like this. I hope this is interesting. Everyone's like, why is he talking about this? Who cares? I've got underwear on the counter. I don't know that I've ever had underwear on my kitchen counter. Where's my food? So, Lou says Andrew's the yang to my couch potato yin. I take it that your merch will be all black. You mean if I had like a merch for this channel? Unless I was making a joke about it and sold a white or a colored shirt with a with a message that says I don't, making fun of the fact that I only wear black. Yeah, white shirt. I only wear black. I'd do something like that. Kevin, thank you. You too. Drake says, so basically take everything light at first and build up. Yeah. You're not going to be, well, most people, not going to be curling, 60-pound dumbbells to start. In fact, few people actually. There does get to a point of diminishing returns, I think. I mean, at that point, curling, above 60 is less about getting a good bicep workout and more about seeing if you can do it. And it's like, all right, I'm gonna preacher curl some 90s here, just to see if I can. I'm gonna do 1 or 3 at best, and I'm gonna, jerk that up and then get under it, and that's how you do. It's like if you're having to throw stuff up, there is a technique to doing that, and there are reasons you would do that. But generally, if you're just working out, I feel, and I'm not a trainer, but if you're having to throw stuff up and get under it, rather than just steadily lifting it, you're either tiring out, in which case, go burn out, go for it. But keep going until you can't go anymore. Just don't hurt yourself. But if you start out doing that, you're starting too heavy. Like if your first curls are clean, and the more you do, you start having to, start using a bit of momentum and then scooping under it. It's okay. If you start there, I'd lower the weight, but if that's where you end up because you're looking to hit a certain number of reps or you're just burning out, I think that's okay. So, I have 5 of the 8 major components of my new PC. I got the motherboard early this week, I believe. So I guess I could show that off. Do not trip over the wire. Do not trip over the wire. Okay. Do not trip over the wire. Do not trip over the wire, specifically the power cord. So, I got my new motherboard for my new PC. Yay! Of course, I'm still missing the GPU, the CPU, and the power supply. I'm not sure about the GPU and CPU, but the power supply, I believe, is, last I looked, was back ordered until the January 6th or something like that. So into January, it is what it is. So it's looking like it's going to be mid-January at the earliest before I have my PC up and running and can start editing the videos I've worked on like I've recorded some stuff, but I don't have a PC to edit them and upload them to YouTube. All I can really do is use my work equipment to live stream, which technically I really shouldn't be doing that, but you know, I won't tell if you don't. The technical term is daredevil curls. Huh, for the I've actually never heard that. I've always heard these preacher curls, but it's cool. Actually, sounds cooler. I gotta do some daredevil curls. I appreciate that RGB. Yeah, I don't think this is an RGB. I mean, it does have this colorful little logo on the side, but I'm pretty sure it's not an RGB. I don't think. I mean, if it is, yay! But I didn't get RGB stuff because it's slightly more expensive, not terribly so, but also it looks really cool. Don't get me wrong; I actually like RGB rigs, but I often sit right next to my computer, and if I see the shiny lights out of my peripheral vision, it's going to bother me. But they're going to be encased in a tower. Although the side of my computer tower is translucent, so I would be able to see through it. But that faces away from where I sit anyway, so. But the memory sticks I bought, those are they're. Let me show them off. Yay! Show and tell. So about memory, and they come in 3 colors: red, black, which I would have preferred. I think the other one's white or blue. I don't remember, but I got the red one. I would have preferred black. Red's nice and everything, but prefer black. But I got the red one because literally $10 cheaper. I guess no one wants the garish red ones. It's memory. It doesn't matter what color the board is, the stick is. It's just memory. Red, white, or black, whatever. So I've got really cool red memory. So yeah. Or means you can sync RGB items, I believe. That might be what that is. I'm actually not terribly sure. Aura sync. Well, I mean, that certainly sounds reasonable. And if I ever swap out components, which I probably won't, I will probably ride my new PC into the ground like I do with most computers. So, like I did the last one, which is sitting over there, all dead, because I still need to get a hard drive cradle so that I can slave the hard drive to my new PC whenever that is available, and pull all the stuff off of it, because I've got some unfinished YouTube episodes on that hard drive. Like I have a debut review is on there, and I think I did a new game fuss for Red Dead Redemption. Actually, no, that's on my camera because I have no word. Anyway, doesn't matter. It's important that the memory stick color goes with your eyes. Well, I mean, my eyes are brown, so. Lou says, if your PC lights up, you no longer need your Christmas tree. Well, by the time I have a PC lit up or not, the Christmas tree is going to be packed away for the year. So. Neighbors, I can I could just hear the beat, but neighbors, upstairs neighbors, listening to music. I'm only hearing 2 chords, and it faded out to a new song. That was a boring song. Get better taste in music. My GPU was bottlenecked hardcore before my CPU upgrade. Yeah, I'm hoping that the components I selected will suit my needs well without bottlenecks or any other shenanigans. I think I ran it by one of the developers I work with, and he was also like, RGB. I'm like, no. I can't even stand the little light on the front of the PS4 controller. It annoys me because because it bleeds out the sides of the touchpad, and I can see it in my peripheral vision, and it really bothers me. Orange juice. I am now out of orange juice. So, well, breakfast. A lot of loose change. Got to clean that up. So I think we'll call it. Thank you, everyone, for joining me for this lovely Christmas breakfast. I hope you had a good time hanging out with me and watching me stuff my face with carbs aplenty. I certainly enjoyed it. And I hope you have a really nice rest of your holidays. Today's Christmas, next week's New Year's. So be safe, be happy, have fun. And what's today? Today's Friday. Yeah, I'll see y'all maybe tomorrow for the podcast. So take care, everyone. Merry Christmas. Bye-bye.